Welcome to the Trading Lounge and the commodities, and here we're looking at gold on the weekly chart and just working through the triangle in wave E and looking on the daily chart here. With wave E here, we're looking it in three waves, a bit like this move down through here is in three waves, a little bit sort of complicated, but yeah, much the same here as well. What we're trying to work out at the moment is this particular structure up through here. Our target was the 330, 320, 330 area. The 61.8 retracement level from that high to this low here comes in around 1334. So we're pretty much there, but we do have two counts in this area here. One to have another move up through to here. The other one for this B wave to unfold here. So we're a little bit unclear about that. The 1320, the pivot within group 1, 10, 20 and 30. The 20 can help us as support or resistance to help determine if we're going to be going higher or lower into wave B here. So we'll have a look at two counts, but we've pretty much done our job in terms of trading up through here. So we're just toying around with the top. So but it also does mean too, you may have noticed, we've had a few gold stocks in the market, in the Australian market. We've taken profit on one of them and moved the stop up, real close on the other one as well. Yeah, so it's time to sort of, edge out of the market somewhat. Right, so this is the B wave count here, so we'd be looking for this A wave to be in place here at this top here, and we'll be looking for an A and a B and a C here. Not worth trading. Perhaps this one here, the C wave, will be in 5 waves. We could have a shot at that there. So this will only be choppy coming into group 1 here, and also the 1300 area through here. So look, as I mentioned, while the 1320 is the retested resistance here, it hasn't tested it, well, sort of tested it here, but it'll need to test it again. If that fails, then we know that we're on this particular track here. So that's just that. The alternative count is this one here. It's just, as you know, we've simply just been working through it the best we can in terms of all the intraday counts here, and just sort of looking at this as wave 3 here, and an A and a B and a C here for wave 4, and looking for wave 5 to move up through to here. Any move up here would be in 5 waves. How far will it go? I'm not sure. Let's just see if it gets support on 1320 first. And if it does so, we'll be able to look at the length of wave 1 and work out wave 3 and 5 at that point there. So any long trade here that you wanted to do, you would have to have that 1320 as your tested support. That would give you the trade setup. The entries would be on 1321, 1322, and 1323. The 23 is the top of a group 1, micro group 1, so you could use that to bounce off and add on the 25. There will be a resistance at the 25, but you can look to add on top of that, take part profit at 33 there, and then work from that side up there. But don't expect too much to the upside here, but take it step by step and we'll see what happens. But as I just mentioned, this can fail at this level and move back down. So yeah, we'll just we'll leave it like that. In fact, there's not a lot of moves in the commodities for trading at the moment. The silver market is the same as well. This particular move all the way across this 2100 here, it is complicated. You can interpret it in different ways. So if you're only looking for a long trade here, you would need not only above the 2100, you would need support on the 2110 here to be safe, because the weight would shift to the upside there. It certainly can be an A and a B and a C wave to here, but you'd want evidence of a move up, and first step is getting on the 2100 here as support. But we don't want to get sort of sucked in and just see an A and a B and a C to come to here and then fail from here, because we do have 5 waves here. So that's why we need to be on support here as such. If you see a nice clean 3 waves to here, then the 2100 is resistance here, then you'll know you'll be going down from that point there. The copper market as well, as you know, we've been looking for, after this daily chart here, we've been working this trend to the upside here. Once again, like gold, we can have a top in here, but at the same time, we've got an alternative count for gold. We can have another little push up into the 330 area here. But once again, you can do your best to try and work out the 5 waves up through to here. One way or another, there will be a top coming into this play here. And I've labeled it as currently this from the 28. 8's always a profit-taking number. So I've looked at this here, and it does appear to be in 3 waves here, but we would need to see this push up in an impulse wave to help sort of confirm that as such. So yeah, anyway, as long as that 325 stays in play, then we can look for a move to the upside. If that 325 becomes the resistance, then we'll be looking further down, and we can pin a top into here as such. So we're close. We just need to get confirmation on that. The oil market has still got momentum to the downside, and the way that I was counting this here is looking at this as an A wave, a B wave in here in 3 waves, and a little bit tricky to count, but down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bit overlapping, but we'll call it wave 1, back for wave 2 here, and then wave 3 is down onto 103 here in terms of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for the 3rd wave, an ABC bounce for the 4th wave, back to 104 roughly, which is the 38.2 retracement level from this high to this low from wave 3 here, and then we should see wave 5 down in 102 area through here. There is also, if I can just drag this chart across here, just the daily chart here, you can see that we've got daily trend line support there, so you'll see that play out. But with most trend lines, if this is going to move through, it will get some support here, but eventually move through. It's the retest that you're more interested in here, and if the retest fails, as such, that's how it normally sort of works through that section there, but we'll include that in with the count. All the grains, the soybeans, the wheat, the coffee, maybe the sugar, basically still searching for lows, but I still need to stay with the counts that I've got. So I know with soybeans, looking at soybeans here, I know coming into the 250 and the 200, the 1200 area here is like historical support here. So we are moving into support. And the other thing too is that if I do count this as 5 waves down for the A wave, which could also be wave 1 by the way, and wave B here and wave C here, they're pretty much the same length actually. So from the length of this one here to A and C here, this one's a little bit sort of longer here. So it certainly can be an A and a B and a C into support area coming in through to here. So I'm aware of that, but I'm also aware that we could get a larger move down because the momentum is still down. The market is oversold, but even on the weekly it's oversold, but the momentum is still to the downside. And we are getting 5 waves down. We've got 5 waves here. I've got 5 waves here. So we've got no evidence that there's going to be a move up from here. So yeah, we just need to be a little bit careful. But what I want to do is that from group 2 area through here, if I can move in here for a moment, the group 2 area is normally where we'd see a retest of the 1300 here. So first of all, this move down through here, I'm not sure how to count it. It's not that clear either. It could actually count. I can see parts of it. I can see that this here can be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 into here. I don't think that's the case, but we do need to consider it as wave 1. Back for wave 2, this would be wave 3, 4, and then 5 all the way down through there. We need to consider that, but normally what we would see is the market work itself through the 1300 here, large number. So it's likely from the group 2 area here that we'll see some sort of retest back into this area through here. So we'd need to see that first before we took any sort of short positions here. This particular number here is important as well, and we'll see that more as time goes on around this area, the 12272. So 272 and 772 tend to carry more weight than a normal 72, so we'll see that play out through here. But as it stands at the moment, the best count I've got for this is down for 1, back for 2, 3, back for 4 to here, and then down for 5 here, which this little section here may not be finished. It's just a bit hard to count as such. So I've got this as down 1, 2, 3, 4 over to here, and then this is clear to here, the 1 and the 2 here, and this may be 3 to here and 4 to here, and then the fifth wave to here. But you know, I'd expect wave 4 to be a little bit sort of larger, so I just don't think that that's done. So we would have to be looking at this as a possible 3rd, 4th and 5th down through to here, and counting this as in the 3rd wave down here in 5 waves of 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 to here, and then little wave 4 coming back and wave 5 here. Now that would put us in the support area as such here, but this can also be the low of a larger wave 3 here, and then a wave 4 coming back and a wave 5. So we're definitely in a downtrend. The trick is either to find a way into this market, I guess. You know, we're looking last time we spoke of shorting from the 1300 or here somewhere and closing out at 1272. You know, that can still be the case, but if we allow this 5-wave structure to complete down through here, we should see, you know, if it's going to be continuing in a bear market, we should see some sort of retest back at this point. If we don't see it from here, then we'll see it from here, and we can look to short from that point there. The wheat and the corn are the same as well. They're all very weak as well. The wheat here on the daily chart here is at its old Feb low here of 557. So it's breached that low there. So we do need to count this down. But the thing here is that you know, that we can see the market was fast here, and we can see the market is slowing down through here, and we're at this low here. So we just really need to see how this treats this old low here. If it becomes, you know, I'd expect it to take it out, but I just expect some sort of consolidation here. If this area does find the 557 as resistance here eventually, then we can look to short it here. But what I'm trying to say is that we just need to give it time here so we can work out a setup, because the other point here is that now that it's breached this point here, some sort of consolidation here and resistance would set the target up down at 500 here, the next level. And if we take in 500, we have to take the next level down too, which would be 480. So we'd be looking, we'd get a bounce off the 500 of course, but would be looking down at the 480 at that stage there. So we just need to give it time here. And this is the same with corn as well. Our corn, we were looking to trade it down to the 400 and exiting there. I don't think the move down here is finished either. If we're looking at this being wave 1 and 2 here, then we could call this in wave 3 and wave 4 here, but the wave 4 here is smaller than wave 2 here, so I don't think that's the case. So we just need to, but the same thing again here as well, we need to just allow this to we need a good week of price action in this area here to figure out first of all if we've got 400 as support or resistance. But once again, taking 400 into account, we need to take the next level lower, which is a minor level 8 here, 380. So we just need to see this particular 5 waves completed down here. This may be the low of the 3rd, 4th and a 5th coming down through to here. But as I mentioned before, we've arrived at this target. We just got to allow the market to do its thing, so there's nothing to be had here as such. Yeah, I mean, the other point here too is just bring the daily chart across here. We can pretty much see that from this high here, we've got wave 1 here and wave 2 here, wave 3 and 4 and 5 here. So what I've been doing is just counting the last 5 waves in here, and what we're doing at the moment is just toying around with the last 5 in here. So we know we're at a big number. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we've got 5 in the last one here. So we're just trying to nail this here. So it's just going to take time to do that. We just need to give it time. It's simple as that. The coffee market, the US coffee. I've been trying to find the best fit for this particular structure here, and on the US market, we've got this as the high here, so I need to leave that as the high actually, and the whole move down through here, I'm going to just call it 5 waves down for wave A, and then we're looking for wave B. The 50 and 60% retracement level for wave B is back up around the 200 here, and that would be the A wave, the B wave, and a C wave here. It may just be a flat and come back up to this area through here, but all of this here we just need to treat as corrective, and once it's complete we'll see another move to the downside. Now if I'm wrong, it won't matter, because we wouldn't go long in the biggest picture in the scheme of things unless we had the 200 as support here. The move up through here will be an impulse wave if we get it, so we'll be looking at 5 wave structure to the upside here. Okay, so for the sugar market, we've actually got 5 waves down from the high here now. So from the 1877 high up here, I think it was, the move down through here is in a clear 5 waves now. So from this current low here, which is the 50% retracement level, from this low to this high here, 50% here, it probably could come lower, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in here. In this last leg here, in this 5th wave, it's a little bit tricky to count if there's actually 5 waves in there. So I'm not sure about that. We can go in and have a little bit of a look at that. Now, the count that I've got for this is basically an A wave, and then an A and a B and a C for the B wave, and we're looking for a C wave higher. Now, if we don't get that, the other option is that we've got 5 waves down here. We'll get a counter trend coming back up 50, 60%, which is around the $18 mark here, and then we'll see it fail from that point. So we'll have 5 down here, 3 back up, and then fail from that point and move down. So once again, we will pretty much wait. If we get nice tested support on 18, then we'll have a nice run to the upside. If it fails and we can see a nice clean 3 waves to the 1800 or thereabouts, and then if that's the case, we'll look to short, and we'll be looking at a stronger 3rd wave to the downside. So in both cases, we just have to wait for this to set up and play out as such. So this is the structure we've got here. So coming down, we've got 1, 2, 3rd wave down, 4th wave down, and the 5th wave down here. So this 5th wave may be finished or not. It's just a little bit hard to, I can see that this is 1 and 2 in here, but this could be the 3rd to here and the 4th and the 5th. It's just a little bit tricky to work out. It's not clean, but we'll just wait to see what pattern we get here. And I've labeled it an A and a B and a C, but it may be a 1 and 2 and 3 and an impulse wave to the upside. But we'll just allow it to fill in this space, unfold, and we'll be able to work out if we've got an impulse wave or a corrective wave there, and then we'll know if to go short or if to go long. So we'll have one way or another, we'll have a nice long-term short trade, or we'll have a nice long-term long trade from here, but it's going to take a week or so to fall into place. The orange juice market is pretty much sort of on track. We were looking for a move off the lows here back as a wave 4 to the 152 area, 150 area. It may go higher to the 154, and the reason for that is because these different contract months have got different highs here, and I've taken it from this high here. This is not very clean, all of this here. So if I took it from here, that would give us a move up here of 154, a little bit higher up through here. Let's just see what we've got so far. So far we can look at this as an A and a B and a C wave up here for 4, but you know, wave 4s can get a bit more complicated, so they could end up as an A wave, a B wave and a C wave here, and then roll over from here. So once again, we just need to give this a little bit of time as well. We may be able to get a short trade coming in on this side here, but let's not rush it. Let's just allow this wave 4 to mature and find the 150 as either support or resistance, because we really need that to know what side of the market it's going to sit on, and we need to trade in that particular direction no matter what. All right, just the US dollar before I go as well. So with the US dollar here, being above 80 puts it into a positive mode straight away, and we're looking at this being up for 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 up here. So we're looking at this as an impulse wave, and then an A and a B and a C coming back here. So basically we're looking for a move up here. So that's going to place more pressure on commodities as well. So we need to bear that in mind. However, if I'm wrong and the 80 becomes the retested resistance, then we can start looking at having some lows in the commodity there. Not that it's a direct influence, but in general, it will have influence as such. So, all right. So yeah, look, out of all the commodities, there's nothing really sort of moving off really nicely. You know, there's no real sort of nice trends out there. So you just need to keep everything really short term and trade to the next largest number, and, you know, take those breakout moves on tested support or tested resistance. All right, cheers.